What's up, guys? MaNiaC here, and this is MaNiaC's Life Playlist. You have my shit still in order? First, I think, wait, should I like put it up first and then talk about it? The very first song that I think made some kind of impact, Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, Hypnotized. I think it was, my memory's terrible, but I think it was the first song that people might not think this either to see this song. Maybe they're surprised, maybe they're not. But I think it was the first song that I remember being in my friend's trailer. He lived in a trailer park. He was a badass kid, but he just listened to hella hip hop music. And I slightly remember hearing this song for the first time when I was like super young. I don't even know how young it could be. I could have been like 5. This shit might have dropped. I might have heard this when I was like 6 or 7, like right when it came out. Just being a 6 or 7-year-old white kid in a trailer park, just listening to one of the GOATs. My second choice, it's a little, not really different, still rap. We're gonna go with Nellie, Country Grammar. I think at this point, I was like 11 or something. I went to my nephew's house, who is actually older than me. They had like a little party, whatever 11-year-old parties are, a little sleepover. I remember, I think we went to like it's actually crazy I remember this. I think we like went to a gas station for like little kid snacks or something, and they had this bumping in the car. And I don't know at the time, because I wasn't really surrounded, I don't think, by people that were listening to rap. So when I went there and heard this, I was like, yeah, that's my shit now. I got the name, Nellie. I think I got his album probably weeks after. And yeah, he was, I think I would say Nellie was probably the first rap CD that I had, Nellie Country Grammar. This got me going with the rap albums, just really getting into it. Now, I'm all into rap at the age of 2. But nah, as I think got a few years older, maybe, it might have been like a year later, I don't know. Kid Rock. Oh, with the ball, the bang, diggy, diggy, diggy. I think everybody rocked out to that song. But yeah, like you see, I was huge into rap, and then I think Kid Rock was like the first white, cool dude that I was like, okay. I remember sitting in my little living room, having a little stereo set. I had his album. I just got back from the store, unwrapped it or whatever, popped in the CD and started playing it on repeat over and over and over. Kid Rock didn't really stay with me as far as being a fan of him, but this song right here was definitely, these two, Country Grammar and the Kid Rock Ball with the Ball, they were my first like childhood memory songs coming up. And then y'all should know what's coming next. The GOAT, I don't know so much anymore.
For 1 second, my name is Shady.
Hi kids, do you like violence? Want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? Want to copy me, do exactly like I did? Try sit and get fucked up worse than my life is? Yeah, Slim Shady, hi, my name is. This should be, I feel like this should be on everyone but Hex's playlist. Well, maybe just me and Hitch's. But Slim Shady, hi, my name is. I think that's what really turned me. That's what really turned me into, as my parents would call me, a yo. They said I dressed like a yo because I'd sag my pants. And I think Eminem might have been the reason for that. After this, once I found out this, the Slim Shady LP, after that was the Marshall Mathers LP. At the time, I think that was like all I was listening to. Now, I will say, as I got older, Even though he was still continuously putting out albums, I think when I got to like 18, 19, 20, 21, I went back and revisited these albums when I could really understand like the lyrics and shit. And I was like, yeah, like there's a reason when I was a kid, even though all the fucked up shit he said, there was a reason like I was listening to him. Because as I got older, I'd go back and listen to him again. And I think it's a universal law that you have to like Slim Shady LP and Marshall Mathers LP or whatever the fuck it was. All right, so I'm gonna switch it up a little. Most of y'all probably don't know. One of the realest, maybe the realest to ever do it, Immortal Technique, Dance with the Devil.
But for every year she was sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. This
was like my 9th grade, getting into conspiracies, realizing the world's kind of fucked up. That was this time in my life. If you know this song, you know what happens in the song. It's like a 5-6 minute song about, I don't even know if I can say. I think he's the first sort of storyteller I listened to, unless you want to count Eminem's fake stories. No, but Immortal Technique was like the first storyteller that I think I listened to, and the first political rapper that I listened to. And he has other songs just about, it's gonna be my next one, but he has other songs that are political and have to do with, especially the whole like 9/11 conspiracies, shit like that. And that's when because there was a time in my life where I was really into like conspiracies and just like, what would you call it? Like not awareness rap, but like, y'all know what I mean. Since we got Immortal Technique right after, since it was about the same time frame, I'm gonna have to do Mos Def Bin Laden.
Speak about the evil that the government does. The Patriot Act attract you to the type of your blood. They try to free.
Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you, blank. Tell the truth, blank. Says the N-word. But he's talking about President George Bush. Like I said, this time period right here, I was getting into conspiracies. I watched all the Twin Towers falling videos, bomb or the demolition and Tower 7, like all of that stuff. I think that is what started making me like very aware sort of kind of that the world might be fucked up. I'm not saying it's definitely a conspiracy, but I'm not saying George Bush knocked down the towers. But at the time, I might have told you otherwise. All right, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We got number 1, 2, 3. All right, we're gonna switch it up a bit. We got number 7, Big L. Big L 7-minute freestyle with Jay-Z.
Cause in the street brawl, I strike men like lightning. You seen what happened in my last fight, friend?
They were on the radio, they went back and forth. At the time that I listened to this, Big L was obviously already passed, but I didn't really discover him or listen to him like that until my later teens, I'd say. Maybe like, 14, 15. I was about like 16, 17, maybe. Yeah, the Big L 7-minute freestyle. I wouldn't say I listened to Big L like that. I mean, I definitely listened to his album. If you know anything about Big L, you should know this freestyle. My crew be delivering hot lead with gas to clinch. Your rappers are Jack and Lynch. Nobody can fuck with it. Wait, I've been killing the shit in the rap events, but get what you expect to catch wet on any set deck. So ahead of my time where parents haven't met yet. Definitely not the first lyrical rapper, because we got a few up here, but it was a different type of, like, he just talked about robbing, killing. Big L, I think, was what got me to backtrack into 90s rap. Nas, Rakim, Biggie, Tupac, all of them. I think the Big L freestyle is kind of what got me to go back. I think anyone from our generation should have a Lil Wayne song on their list.
I can mingle with the stars and throw a party on Mars.
I sat back there and I Googled Lil Wayne songs just to like kind of scroll through, see what I want. There was a lot of Lil Wayne songs. And it was hard to choose, but I knew I had to choose some kind of Lil Wayne song because he was a huge sort of influence on my life, especially just musically. The amount of hours, days that I would listen to him is countless. But Lil Wayne, I Feel Like Dying. At the time, it probably, you know, I was probably like 18, probably thought I related or something, I don't know, probably getting high, listening to it, just laying there on my bed. I feel like dying. Like, no, you're just high and your life is pretty good. All right. After I fell off the Lil Wayne wagon, the sort of our generation of rap, I did a little backtracking. I would say I was probably around the same age, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. But I did the whole Mobb Deep, the infamous album.
Every man for himself in his land, we be gunning and keep them shook crews running.
Mobb Deep was a pretty big influence on me. Not for like shit I did, but just musically. They sort of, not, I wouldn't say got me through a time in my life, but at a time in my life, and I would say I was sort of at a low point, all I did was listen to them. If you play the album, I'd probably have the whole thing memorized if the songs are playing. Not really off top, but I probably have the whole album memorized, and it's definitely a little different. I don't think people would expect me to know a whole Mobb Deep album like that, since this was, I think this album came out 96 maybe. So it was way before my time, way before I knew what the hell they were talking about. I just have a lot of memories listening to this album. I will say a lot of time was spent in my car, and I can say this now, I was smoking weed. In my car, smoking weed, I was young, and just listening to this on repeat every single day. Last, but definitely not least. I might have, it says Drake. Drake, look what you've done.
Wayne calls on my phone, conversation wasn't that long. Gets me a flight to Houston in the morning.
I could have probably thought about what Drake's song to put on here a little bit more. Honestly, I just put this because I think this is 100% my most listened to Drake song. What year did he put this out? 2011. Take Care came out. I didn't listen to it like that. I was a Drake fan, but not a Drake stan. I actually went to a Drake concert for his first album in like 2009, which is kind of crazy to me. And now I'm like his biggest fucking fan. I was in a relationship for like 2 years. I got out of the relationship, and then I don't know why, but this song just did it for me. If I ever felt like getting sad, reminiscing, getting in my feels, and I still do, I think I'd listened to this today, if not yesterday. Like literally, it's by far my most listened to Drake song. And Drake has just been hugely influential in my life, musically. So I just had to get my favorite Drake song up here, the one that I guess hits home for me the most. It was just there for me when I needed it. All right, y'all, this has been my playlist. I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to this. If not, well, your childhood might have sucked.